Spade, a 3-0 win away at Buxton against Farsley Celtic. How do you see that one?
Yeah, came here, did our job, and that's it. You know, we came obviously desperate for that win to take us into the last game, and we did it. And it's all right saying that the rock bottom, shall I say. A lot of people on the outside will say, "Oh, it's going to be easy." It doesn't work like that. You've still got to go out and put the ball in the back of the net and do your jobs. You know, we did that, and we 3-0 up, and I think we got a bit complacent towards the end. But you know, that does happen. It does sink in. But yeah, we came here, we did our jobs, and we take it into Saturday.
You mentioned there about complacency, but the result did go the way that everyone sort of expected it to go. How was it for a player managing that, you know, the complacency?
Yeah, I mean, it becomes hard when you've got a lot of time on the ball. Believe it or not, you know, it's when you have time on the ball, you always feel like you have to make that special pass, that you know, that pass that cuts the lines. You know, sometimes the simplest pass is always the right choice. You know, you tend to do that more when you're under pressure, playing the simple pass. First half, we played a lot of simple passes, and we got in numerous times and out wide. You know, credit to the managing staff, they did the homework and they got it spot on today. And like I said, once the game becomes so expansive towards the last 15 minutes of the second half, it's hard just to keep the ball ticking. Simple, and if we'd have done that, maybe we could have got more. But it's what happens in games, and like I said, the job here wasn't to score as many goals. We can't just come here and win the game, whether that's 1-0 or 3-0. We did that, and like I say, we take the confidence into Saturday.
Getting into the moments that made a difference, of course, yourself back to Brace, once again risen at Easter. How was that for you? Yeah,
like I said, credit to the managing staff, they did the homework. You know, the aim of the game was to get it wide and balls in the box. I mean, we scored 2 from that, and we could have had more. You know, me tweaking to rather hold in midfield. We knew we'd probably have a lot more of the balls in the box. I guess, you know, my presence maybe in the box is different to some others with the height maybe. It worked today. Like I said, I was disappointed at half time because I should have had more. And we're always criticising people at the front for not taking the chances. So for me to miss a couple more today, you know, I was disappointed. But when you tweak, it's hard when you play holding midfield to just that little tweak from a number 6 to an end number 8. It's surprising how the game completely changes. Your pictures changes just by moving that 10 yards. So, you know, I had to think about it. I had to change my style of play today. But it paid off. We got a couple of goals. I got the boys are saying, how can you pass it when you're on your hat trick? But it's about the team, and I felt like he had the better chance than me. So.
Finally, we go into Saturday with all to play for on the final day against Leamington. There's still 6 teams that could potentially get the playoffs, including ourselves. How are the lads going into that, and yourself?
Like anything, you know, our aim this season was to do better than last season. We've done that. You know, if we don't have enough to get into the playoffs, then it's been we've gone down in history again. This you know, this squad, the managing staff, we've done it. We've done what we set out to do. And yeah, we take it into the last game, and you know, everyone's looking at the table and goal difference and stuff. But first and foremost, we have to go out and win. We do that, and then if that's not enough, then you know, we give it everything. We beat last season's record, so the guys have got to be so, you know, proud of that, and the whole the whole club, you guys, everything. You know, we've gone on again, a step further as Curs and Ashton. So we've got to be very proud of what we achieved. But I'm sure the lads, the staff, you know, the club, we give everything Saturday and see where it gets us.
Cheers, congrats, Spid.
Thank you.